Hey, welcome back to the Brand Verb. I'm Sebastian Samuel, and today we're tackling a big one, rebranding. Now, rebranding isn't just slapping a new logo on your business and saying, I'm done. If that's your plan, stop right there. A real rebrand goes deeper. It's about strategy, clarity, and making sure your brand evolves in the right direction. Maybe your business has outgrown its original look. Maybe your audience has changed. Maybe you just feel like your branding isn't hitting the way it should be. Whatever the reason, this episode is your step-by-step guide to rebranding the right way without losing your audience, your credibility, or your sanity. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with a truth bomb. Not all rebrands are successful. In fact, some are straight up disasters. Ever heard of Tropicana's rebrand fail? They changed their classic packaging to a super minimal look and lost $30 million in sales in just 2 months. Why? Because they made their product unrecognizable. Loyal customers went to the store, couldn't find their usual orange juice, and switched to another brand. Lesson: a bad rebrand confuses your audience. And confusion is dangerous because a confused customer doesn't buy. So before you rebrand, ask yourself, am I rebranding because my business has evolved? That's a good reason. Or am I just bored of my current branding? Bad reason. Rebrands should be strategic, not impulsive. Not all rebrands are created equal. Depending on where your business is, you'll fall into one of these 3 categories. The refresh, small tweaks, big impact. Think of this like a haircut. You're not changing your entire identity, just cleaning things up. Maybe you modernize your logo. Maybe you tweak your color palette. Maybe you refine your messaging. Example, Google's logo update. It still felt like Google, just cleaner, fresher, and more adaptable to digital spaces. The pivot, shifting your brand's direction. This is for when your business has changed significantly and your brand needs to catch up. Maybe you started as a small handmade jewelry shop, but now you're a full lifestyle brand. Maybe you used to target Gen X, but now your main audience is millennials. Maybe your name, visuals, and messaging just don't reflect where you are now. Example, Airbnb. It started as a site for couch surfing travelers, but when they shifted toward high-end, curated stays, they rebranded with a new logo, positioning, and messaging to match. The complete overhaul. New name, new identity, new everything. This is the biggest kind of rebrand. Maybe your brand has a bad reputation that you need to shake. Maybe your name no longer fits what you do. Maybe your rebrand feels so outdated that it's actually hurting your business. Example, Dunkin' Donuts dropping donuts to become just Dunkin'. They evolved from being just about donuts to being an all-day coffee and beverage brand. The name change reflected that shift. The key, even when you change everything, your rebrand still has to make sense to your audience. All right, so how do you rebrand the right way? Follow these 5 steps. Step 1, define why you're rebranding. Before you do anything, ask yourself, what's wrong with my current brand? What's changing in my business? What do I want my new brand to achieve? A strong rebrand has a clear reason behind it. Step 2, keep what's working, fix what's not. Not everything needs to change. If people already love something about your brand, don't throw it away. What do customers already recognize about your brand? Logo, colors, tagline? What do they love about your business? Your story, your tone, your values? Keep what's strong and memorable, and only change what's holding you back. Step 3, build a new brand identity. Now the fun part. Creating the new version of your brand. This includes new logo and visuals. Make sure they still feel like you. Color palette and fonts. Align them with your new direction. Brand messaging. What's your new tagline? Your tone of voice. Website and social media updates. Everything needs to match. Pro tip. Your rebrand should still feel familiar enough that loyal customers recognize it, even if it looks fresh. Step 4. Plan your rebrand rollout. Dropping a rebrand overnight with no explanation, big mistake. Here's how to do it right. First, tease the change. Build excitement by dropping hints on social media. Number 2, make an announcement. Explain why you're rebranding and what's changing. 3, update everything at once. Website, social media, packaging. Make sure it's consistent. You want people to embrace the new look, not be confused by it. Step 5, get feedback and adjust if needed. Once you launch, listen to your audience. Are they loving the new look? Is anything confusing them? Are you seeing more engagement or did something drop? Rebrands can evolve. If something isn't landing, tweak it. Okay, want to know the difference between a successful rebrand and a failed one? Success. Coca-Cola tweaking their packaging but keeping the signature red and script logo. Failure. Gap's logo changed in 2010. It was so hated, they scrapped it in 6 days. The lesson. Change should feel fresh, not forced. If your audience hates it, you didn't do enough research. So finally, rebranding isn't just about changing your look. It's about evolving your brand with strategy, clarity, and purpose. If your business is shifting, growing, or needs a fresh start, take the time to do it right. Define why you're rebranding. Keep what works, fix what doesn't. Make sure your audience comes along for the ride. And most importantly, rebrand with confidence. If you believe in your new brand, your audience will too. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button and share this with someone thinking about rebranding. Thanks for hanging out with me today on the Brand Verb. This was fun like usual, and I'll see you next time with more ways to help you level up your brand and yourself. Until then, remember, a strong rebrand isn't just about looking better. It's about becoming the brand you're meant to be.